MATLAB also has another statement that is very similar to what we just saw. It is called else-if clause, which basically allows you to combine else with if statements in one expression. This is generally more efficient and easier to understand. Look at the general form. You see that if condition 1 is true, then action 1 is performed. Otherwise, if condition 2 is true, then action 2 is performed. Otherwise, if condition 3 is true, then action 3 is performed. Finally, if none of these conditions are true, then the action N is performed, which has appeared in the else part. Here I have written a new function called calc_y_if_else clause, which uses else-if clause to implement the previous function. Please look at the function below. Here we look at another example. We want a function that receives the grade of a quiz, which varies between 0 and 10. Depending on this grade, the function should assign a label of A, B, C, D, or F. I have explained the interpretation of each letter here, so feel free to read the example. Now, how would you write this function? Of course, you can go with 5 independent if statements. Why? Because we have 5 letter grades, but we know that this is not an efficient way to doing this. So we would like to use else-if for this function. I have implemented here using else-if clause. I have chosen the name letGrade and have saved the function using the same name. On the left you can see the code, and on the right you can see the result of using this function of various quiz grades. When reading the function, again note that once any of these if or else-if clauses hold their condition for true, the remaining else-ifs will be skipped. That's why we prefer to use else-if to implement this instead of implementing independent if statements.